Well, check this out. Brazilian skateboarder Sandro Dias pulled off one of the gnarliest stunts ever attempted in the sport. He made history yesterday, dropping down this 22-story
No, thank you.
mega ramp in Brazil.
Nope.
Why does he even think to do this? It was
Brazilians are fun, but they're crazy.
This is insane. 230 feet off the ground. Diaz, who trained for months, successfully navigated the near vertical wall to take the world record.
How do you train for this?
That's what I say too. He reached a top speed of 64 miles per hour.
It would be really fun though to land in those foam.
That part would be fun.
Squares.
But I'd start right there at that red letter. And then Jamie, you would give me a big push.
And then we'd be done.
And that would be the end
of it.
It'd be great. And
That's,
is that a world record?
I'm in for that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let's try it. From one piece of skateboarding history to the next.
A legendary skateboard owned by Tony Hawk was just sold for more than $1 million.
Wow.
Old school X Game fans will already know the moment we're talking about. Hawk sold the board he used to land the first ever documented 900. There you see it. The trick involves 2.5 mid-air spins. Hawk landed it at the '99 X Games in front of a packed crowd. I love how calm he is. The proceeds from the auction will go toward Hawk's nonprofit, the Skate Park Project, which works to build skate parks in underserved communities. He does do a lot of work within the community.
I know,
it's
and
great.
He's just like one of those forever cool dudes.
He is.
Yeah. And with the World Cup invading North America next year, FIFA unveiled the mascots for the 3 host countries. Maple the Moose is representing Canada. Oh, Maple's
They're
cute.
so cute.
Zayu the Jaguar is proudly displaying the colors of Mexico. Oh, that's cute too. And the bald eagle flies high for the USA.
Very cute.
I missed the bald eagle.
That's the moose. There's the jaguar.
Okay.
And here comes,
Oh.
nope, it's still the jaguar.
Okay.
There's the eagle.
They're all really cute. Okay, the World Cup starts in June, and of course there's games here in LA.
So cute.
Those are adorable
And so
mascots.
representative of the countries.
Yeah, they did a great job. Kcal News at 9 starts right now.
This is Kcal News Mornings.
Now at 9, it's a search for purpose in a constantly fluctuating world. We're going to chat with a new documentary that explores masculinity, how it's evolving, and how men and boys are struggling to keep up.
Plus, it can add flavor to a plate of sushi or a cup of tea, but can ginger actually help your stomach?
Of course it can. Now, that's the Sheba science answer. We'll say what real science says.
I was going to ask if it was Sheba science.
It was.
Experts weigh in on the centuries-old nausea cure.
But I believe in this one. And calling off work to get some shut-eye. It's part of a growing trend where more workers are using PTO not for vacation, but just to sleep.
What does that say about our society?
That we're burnt out and we're tired and we want to go to bed. I've definitely done this.
We hope you're having a good morning. If you are awake, you're watching Kcal News Mornings at 9. Today is Friday, September 26th. I'm JB Yukas.
And I'm Sheba Turk. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. We do want to get to your weather because if you were out early this morning, you caught some of that drizzle probably on your morning commute. What do we have in store for the rest of the day, Paul?
You know what? I'm going to go with what you were doing. So if you're planning on hitting the road and traveling out there, you're pretty much covered in traffic everywhere. The 405 covered in traffic, the 105 covered in traffic. Same deal with the 10 through Mid-City. I do want to zoom in, though, on a problem spot that I've had in West Covina through early this morning. It's a SIG alert. Unfortunately, it's a deadly crash eastbound 10 Pacific Avenue. The right lane and the off-ramp are blocked off here. It's about an 11-minute ride eastbound from that 605 to Pacific. And we do have a slight backup heading westbound as well. If you want to avoid it, you could take the 60. In North Long Beach, motorcycle crash eastbound 91 past the 710. The left lane blocked off there. That's about a 16-minute commute from Alameda to the 710. For that, you could take the 405. You could also take the 105 to get around some of the traffic on that 91. Orange County, much better than earlier. The 405 finally cleared up. Same deal with the 57. Still have a slight backup on that 5 freeway. This, though, is the 55 in Santa Ana, where it's slowing down about a 15-minute ride, but most of the traffic is right around that 5. And then, of course, the 5 has that slowing through Santa Ana as well. Tough on that 215 south approaching the 15 freeway, but the rest of the IE looks great. Sheba and Jamie, back to you.
All right, thank you, Kalina. A perfect storm of fire, wind, and several major failures.
A new report is out on LA's wildfire response detailing what went wrong during the deadly January fires.
Yeah, it's a 132-page independent report that found the response of failures to January's wildfires included outdated policies and protocols, staffing shortages, resource constraints, and an inability to share real-time information, as well as a generally flawed system for issuing evacuations. The LA County Board of Supervisors commissioned the review from the McChrystal Group. The report also found that downed cell towers impacted those evacuation alerts. Some fire survivors say the report doesn't match up in some spots compared to what was shared in community meetings.
The timeline, at least for West Altadena, seems to have been manipulated. House across the street was burning long before they mentioned any fire.
Our team analyzed over 150,000 records of alert and evacuation data. Our analysis also included the review of minute-by-minute GPS tracks.
The report makes recommendations to update policies to formalize all aspects of the evacuation process and to restructure the Office of Emergency Management.
Developing news now, a man is rushed to the hospital after being found stabbed in the middle of the street. Our assignment manager, Mark Lee's at the desk, but details from police. What happened here?
Yeah, it's still unclear because the victim is so badly injured. The surgeons are trying to save this person's life, but police say they are looking for the attacker. Let me show you some video. It was shot by someone in one of the upper floors of one of the apartments here at 2nd and San Pedro in downtown LA. What you're looking at here is the crime scene. About 1 this morning, LAPD Central officers responded here for the report of an assault. When they arrived, they say they found a man down right there in the middle of the street in a pool of blood. That man had been stabbed in the neck and was in extremely critical condition. LA City firefighters rushed that man away, very likely to LA General, which is right across the river here in LA, downtown LA in Boyle Heights. Now, LAPD detectives, they responded here. They were able to gather some evidence indicating that the attacker is a man about 6 feet tall, gray shirt, brown shorts, who took off after the stabbing, still on the loose. Now, if the victim does survive this attack, detectives are going to be talking to him about how this all went down. But right now, no motive for this stabbing at this time. That's the very latest from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you. A call that started as a welfare check quickly turned into a death investigation.
And a gruesome one. The man first responders were checking on has now been arrested for the murder of his wife. Kcal News reporter Rick Montanez tells us what led authorities to the gruesome discovery.
The victim's family posting online, "This is unimaginable heartbreak." 37-year-old June Bunyan from the UK. She had been living here in LA and she died in her apartment here. According to LAPD, officers found her dismembered and decomposing. Her husband, 25-year-old Jonathan Renteria, now in jail and facing charges for this horrific crime. LAPD says Renteria was arrested on September 11th. They say he was in a Ventura County hotel when deputies there responded to a report of an attempted suicide. Investigators say deputies found a note, apparently from Renteria, that said he had killed his wife. Deputies then reached out to LAPD to check the apartment here in Los Feliz, where officers discovered the horrific scene. LAPD detectives say while this is a gruesome case, they are calling this an isolated incident of domestic violence. And this morning, neighbors tell me that they are upset and disturbed by these details. They say they had not seen the victim for about a week before she was killed. And it appears a family friend set up an online fundraiser to help the family pay for Bunyan's remains to be flown back to the UK where she is from. They say she was best known for a vibrant personality, an infectious laugh, and a deeply compassionate heart. Bunyan had moved to Los Angeles to pursue a law degree and her dream to work as a defense attorney. Her husband, again, just 25 years old, he has been arraigned in this case, pleading not guilty, and he is now sitting in jail with a $4 million bail. Reporting in Los Feliz, Rick Montanez, Kcal News.
Rick, thank you. New this morning, the Pokemon Company is distancing itself from this video produced by the Department of Homeland Security. The company says it did not give permission to use its images. It shows characters, graphics, music, and words from the Pokemon franchise when referring to ice raids. Executives stress they were not involved in the creation or distribution of the content. No comment yet from Homeland Security.
All right, it's 9:07 now, and still to come, we're sitting down with CBS News correspondent Adam Yamaguchi to chat about his new